obviously, a lot of our own pilots that are here, you know, got some pretty unique toys and some fun stuff, and so they've agreed, a lot of them, to haul that out and they'll put it on display. When we broadcast this out to the pilot community, of course, then everybody wants to come in because there's some other elements that they want. You know, pilots do fly for food, so you know when they hear that, you know, unfortunately they can't participate in the beer and wine garden, you know, but their passengers might. So anyway, they'll be down. So there'll be a number of airplanes that are coming in. And then we've tied up with Olympic Air Museum over in Olympia, and our folks are going to go pick up a Huey, which has just been restored by a bunch of Vietnam vets. We're really excited about that.
That's so great.
And it's one that the kids can actually walk on. So there'll be a docent there to walk them through, show them how the helicopter works, and they'll be actually be able to get in and touch and feel and have some fun with that. We have another one of our members is bringing in what's called a D-50. This is just a huge twin-engine, older military-style airplane that the command used to use as their own private planes to fly from point to point. So that'll be on display. And of course we have John Sessions, who owns Heritage Flight Museum up in Painfield, and he'll be bringing down a P-51 for us to take a look at. So the plan is, depending upon weather, if he can get in on time around 9 o'clock, we're going to do a flyby with him, and so, which is cool. And he'll taxi over and be right front and center, show center for everybody to take a look at. And then about 3 o'clock he'll head back out and he'll do another flyby for everybody. So that's the air portion of that. And then, I guess, the car show. Can you address that one?
Yeah, well, Yesteryear Car Club, so excited to have them there. I mean, they had, was it 100 cars at the they have a lot of cars.
They had a bunch of cars.
I can't wait.
Well, they had, you know, I don't know how many are going to show. I mean, we've got about 40 stalls out there for them.
Wow.
But they were talking about the show that they did down at the casino.
Yeah.
And they had over 305 people show up. I guess it was just huge. So I have no idea what's going to come. But anyway, we know there's going to be some really neat stuff.
Really great cars, yeah.
There are some other folks now that when they realize it was a car show who are not, we've got lots of folks calling us out of the woodwork and saying if they can display their car.
Participate.
Of course,
yeah,
they can do whatever. So anyway, that's a cool part.
Yeah. So live entertainment, we have got Marty Brush, we've got Teacher with Paul Barber and Ron Grinnell, we've got Blackwater Sound, we've got Oyster Cove Boys with Lars Fisher and Will Adams, we got Rhythm and Sass, Foul Play, Backwoods Irish, and Half Hitch. So we have music all day. We have live music, and the bands have just been amazingly supportive of the event. We've got the beer and wine garden.
Yep.
We have got food. Oh my gosh, we've got paella from Port Townsend Paella, which I'm pretty excited about. We've got the food hut that's going to be there, so the fry bread and the elephant ears, and so all of that fun stuff, you know, popcorn, chicken and shrimp and ice cream and snow cones and all the good stuff. We have some cheer teams selling some bottled water, since it will be a toasty on the tarmac out there. It'll be good. And some vendors as well. So you get to learn about some of our local nonprofits as well as some of our local businesses and folks that'll be there. And we've had an amazing list of sponsors. So it's just been, it's going to be an amazing event. And the big draw, really, how can we, you know, not talk more about this? The kids flying free. So kids 8 to 18 fly free. And that program itself is through the EAA. And I mean, I'll let you talk more about that, but people are just excited.
It's something that we've done, we did back in 2008, and we announced it then, and we flew 217 kids in about 6.5 hours. So we had a little bit of fog that morning, I remember. I remember launching about 10:30 in the morning, and the fog just started to break, and we didn't have but 3 airplanes on the ground, I think, and then all my friends showed up, and thank God they showed. But yeah, this isn't a long flight. It's not a great big scenic flight. We just fly out to Lake Nuwatzel, sorry. And then turn south and then come back into the airport. So it's about maybe a 6 or 7 minute flight, but it's fun for the kids. I can't tell you how many that I flew during the last season where there was probably, they hadn't even been in an airplane, hadn't even been near an airplane. And the look on their faces and the smiles and the rest of that stuff is just really cool. So I'm always excited about doing that kind of stuff.
I can't imagine being a kid. You know, my first flight was when, you know, it was business, really, right?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine being 8, 9, 10 years old and having that be first flight.
I remember we had 3 high school football players, all 200-pounders each, in my airplane, and hoping this thing gets off the ground. No, anyway, it was fine, and it worked out great. But they were nervous. They were very scared because they'd never been on a plane before, and then to come back down and land, and they were high-fiving each other, and that was just exciting. So anyway, for Experimental Aircraft Association, the EAA, to do something like this, the Young Eagles program. They've got just about 2 million kids they've flown so far over the last 10 years.
That's amazing.
So,
and they get a certificate, which is really cool.
yes, they do. They
And
get a logbook.
Logbook.
And so if they continue on, they can continue to use that in their training if they want, or they can go get their own or whatever. But anyway, it's just a nice little piece to remember what the flying was all
Yeah.
about. So, yeah.